Maranatha Minute with Bishop Richard Frank. Maranatha Minute is a production of Maranatha Ministries, UPC. For the next 5 to 7 minutes, Bishop Frank will talk about various topics that will help and encourage you in your walk with God. Your comments are both encouraged and appreciated. Be sure to like us on Facebook, and follow us on YouTube, and be sure to click the bell so you'll always know when we go live. Now relax, and be blessed by this week's version of Maranatha Minute.
And welcome everyone. Just want to welcome everyone in tonight and let you know right from the get-go that I am in nasty old sweatshirt and work clothes and blue jeans and work boots on because I am trying to get a few projects done around these buildings here. But such is life. Keep pushing forward, fixing those things that go down. Let me just begin tonight by congratulating everyone who worked so hard to make our trunk retreat event last night such a great success. It certainly was a phenomenal time, great turnout, great participation in people coming and setting up their cars. And I just want to bring out a couple of things. This is a debate that goes on every single year. Not among us in our church, but it's certainly among Christendom. I want to make sure that everyone understands where we stand, why we stand there, why we do what we do. We do trunk or treat. A lot of Christian churches believe we should not have anything to do with Halloween in any shape or form. We should not be having trunk or treats. We should not be doing anything, just saying shut our doors. I couldn't be more opposed to that concept than I am. And we can, if you are in full disagreement with me, that's fine. We can, I hate the cliche, but in this case, I guess it's true. We can agree to disagree. Let me tell you a couple of things here that I think are very powerful. Well, let me read a story to you from the book of Acts. That will help you understand why we do what we do. And then let me tell you a couple of the testimonies just from last night. So first of all, I want to read from Acts chapter number 17. This is about the Apostle Paul. He was in Athens. He went down to Athens while he was I believe he had just been arrested and was set free and was now going to Athens. You couldn't stop the Apostle Paul from preaching. He's going to tell everybody, everywhere, anytime, any place. At any rate, let me just pick up with verse 16 of chapter 17. While Paul was waiting for them, he was waiting for, I think, Silas, maybe. Let me just look back here so I don't get this messed up. I think he was Silas and Timothy. He was waiting for Silas and Timothy. So while Paul was waiting for them at Athens, his spirit was provoked within him, because he saw that the city was full of idols. If you can look at the world around you, and let's bring it right down to home. If you can look at the city around you, and then let's bring it even closer. If you can look at the neighborhood around you and not be provoked that something needs to be done, then I question your relationship and walk with God. He was provoked. His spirit in him was provoked when he saw that the city was full of idols, full of sin, idol worship, worshiping false gods is what they were doing. And so what he did was he reasoned in the synagogue, which is in the church. And we do that. We go to church, we preach, we broadcast our sermons, live stream our sermons so that people that aren't necessarily in church can hear the truth being preached. We go to the synagogues. We invite new people into church with us so that we can talk to them. He reasoned in the synagogues with the Jews and the devout persons. But listen to what it says here. He didn't just do that. He also went to the marketplace. He said, well, the marketplace is a big difference than going to the marketplace and celebrating Halloween. Well, first of all, we don't celebrate Halloween. And second of all, the marketplace is not like going to Price Chopper or Hannaford or whatever supermarket you have in your area. Let me tell you what the marketplace was like where Paul was. He reasoned in the synagogue with the Jews and the devout persons, and in the marketplace every day with those who happened to be there. Some of the Epicurean and Stoic philosophers also conversed with him, and some said, "What does this babbler wish to say?" And others said, "He seems to be a preacher of foreign divinities," because he was preaching Jesus and his resurrection. And they took him and they brought him to the Areopagus. They brought him to the Areopagus, saying, "May we know what this new teaching is that you are presenting? For you bring some strange things to our ears. We wish to know, therefore, what these things mean." They brought him to the Areopagus, which happens to be the place where they had all of their idols, their false gods, their worshiping images. All of that stuff was there. And they brought him there. And the Athenians and the foreigners who lived there would spend all their time in nothing except telling or hearing some new thing, just spreading rumors and gossip and false doctrines and evil and all kinds of stuff. So Paul, standing in the midst of the Areopagus, said, "Men of Athens, I perceive that in every way you are very religious." And I can perceive that our world around us is very religious. Now, they might not be religious about Jesus Christ, but they're religious about their drugs. They're religious about their evil movies. They're religious about their evil lifestyles. They're religious about going to the bar rooms. Religion does not necessarily mean godly or having to do anything with God, except that your gods are not the one true God. He said, "Look, I know that you're very religious. For as I passed along and observed the objects of your worship," they were worshiping objects other than Jesus Christ. You don't get any further away from Christianity than worshiping objects. And he said this, "I passed along." How did he pass along except that he was there? "I passed along and observed the objects of your worship, and I found an altar with this inscription: to the unknown God. What therefore you worship is unknown. This I proclaim to you." And we went on preaching. So let me just say this. I understand there's arguments against us in particular and others who partake in Halloween by doing a trunk or treat for their neighborhood. I contend that I don't know how you don't do such things. Well, we don't want to partake in an evil holiday. Well, neither do I, and I don't. I don't dress up. I don't. The most decorated cars we had were just cars with a banner hanging on saying, "Let the light of Jesus shine through you." They're out there. The city is walking the streets. The city is coming to us. The city is coming to our church. The city is coming to our parking lot. And we have the opportunity to be among them, not in the church building, among them. We have the opportunity to talk to them about the things of God, which we did last night. We talked to several people. Several people get invited to church. And let me just say this. We have a family in our church right now. And I posted this on our Facebook page, that we have a family in our church right now who are in church because they were home thinking, we need to go to church. And they had no clue where they should go to church. I mean, there are churches on every corner in Schenectady, and I'm sure in your city also. Churches all over the place. I don't care how little your town is. There's more than one church there. And they didn't know where to go. And you know what came to them? They said, "Let's go try that church. Let's go to that church where we went to the trunk or treat last year." And they came. They've been baptized in Jesus' name. They have not missed church since the first day they showed up. We rejoice to have them come. Why? Because we did a trunk or treat. Now, listen to me. Would I do every single trunk or treat we have ever done if this is the only family that comes out of it? Is it worth it? You tell me. You tell me if one soul is worth the effort of all the one-day events we did over the however many years we've been doing trunk or treat. Is one family worth that? Because I can't say no to that. I can't say no, one family is not worth that. I would do that every year till the day I die if one family came. And one family has come. Many others are coming. In fact, we had somebody show up last night. It was so beautiful. They lived just down the street from us. Wonderful couple, wonderful couple. And next thing we know, they got their car pulled up at the end, trunk open, they're handing out candy. So where'd you guys come from? Well, they said, we don't get many trunk or treaters or trick or treaters that come to our house. And we thought, maybe we'll just come down here and join you guys and hand out candy to the neighborhood kids. They were so wonderful. We connected with them. Wonderful couple, beautiful, beautiful couple. I'm believing we're going to get them in church. How do you have a giving heart like that? Not let God get a hold of it. So listen, if anybody complains to you, oh, your church does trunk or treat, we should not be involved with those evil holidays. The Apostle Paul should not have been involved with those evil statue worshipers, but he was there talking to him about Jesus. Should we partake of Halloween? No, of course not. Of course not. And I'm going to wrap it up with this. I'm going a little long tonight, but I just want to throw this out because this is such a wonderful understanding that you as parents should have and should understand. Okay. Question also comes up. Should we let our children dress up for Halloween? Listen, I don't care. I do care. I don't care in one sense. Okay. I care what you let them dress up as. All right. And here's why. It is amazing how much our clothing affects us. This is why it's important that we as Christians understand what we present to our world and how our spirit is affected by the clothes that we wear. That's why we're so, I'm very strong on keeping the sexes different, men and women different, not interchanging clothes and all that. So I believe in all of that. And I believe it for a reason, because it is proven. And children are a prime example. It is proven that you become inside the person that you put on outside. All right. If you dress a little boy up like a cowboy, what does he act like? He acts like a cowboy. He's ready with his rope to lasso a steer. You dress a little girl up like a princess. And what does she think she is in her mind? And what does she start feeling like? She believes she's a princess. You dress a little boy up like a superhero. What does he think he is? He thinks he's a superhero. He runs around thinking that's what he is. You dress a little girl up like a little boy. What does she start thinking she is? You wonder why there's so many people mixed up on whether they're males or females and trying to figure this out. Listen, and I believe there are some things that fit on both a boy or a little girl, but let's be careful. Let's be careful. Let's be careful how, if you're going to let your child dress up as some kind of character for a trunk or treat event, make sure it's something appropriate, something that you wouldn't mind them aspiring to become. A princess, a cowboy, a superhero, saving people. Because if you let them dress up as evil things, it's going to touch their spirits. All right. I just wanted to throw that out there, but that's why we do trunk or treat. It was a great, great time. We had a wonderful, wonderful turnout. There's some pictures on our Facebook page if you want to see those. So many people were touched. So many people in the neighborhood were there. So many good people. So many people we were able to connect with. I don't know if it's going to be this year, next year, 2 years. Who knows how many years it's going to be before one of those that was there maybe last night will need God or need a minister. And who are they going to go to? They're going to go to the one they talked to at a trunk or treat. So yes, we did it. And yes, we will be doing it again next year. Even better next year, because I got an idea and I threw it out this year. It was way too late to do it this year, but it's a great idea for next year. Everybody I've mentioned to so far loves it. So stay tuned. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. And I pray that you have a blessed rest of this evening and a great, great rest of the week. I look forward to seeing you in church on Sunday. Mama Frank, Sister Shoshana will be back. They'll be back on Friday. And we're looking forward to seeing them back in the house of God on Sunday. Let's have a great service. And God bless every one of you.